Hello everybody. I just wanted to give you a quick update on what is going on in Lebanon right now. And I want to thank you for your prayer and your support, which I value even more at this time. So the other day at church, a Lebanese lady preached from Habakkuk 3, verse 17 to 19. So I'm just going to read those verses to you. Though the fig tree does not bud, and there are no grapes on the vines, though the olive crop fails, and the fields produce no food, though there are no sheep in the sheepfold, and no cattle in the stalls, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will be joyful in God my Saviour. The sovereign Lord is my strength. He makes my feet like the feet of a deer. He enables me to tread on the heights. So the situation in Lebanon right now really does feel a bit like these verses from Habakkuk. And the woman who preached talked about how we might say, though there is no petrol in the petrol stations, though there is no electricity, though there is no cooking gas, yet we will rejoice in God. And hearing a Lebanese person say that was so powerful, because right now it's true. There is a severe shortage of fuel, both petrol and cooking gas, and also the diesel that powers the generators that gives us electricity when there isn't state electricity, which is a lot of the time. So to give you a sense of what that feels like on the ground, last week I queued for 4.5 hours to fill my tank with petrol, and my housemate queued for 8 hours, and then the petrol station in front of her closed 6 cars in front of her, and she didn't get any petrol. And there's a shortage of electricity too. At work, we've been unable to keep the generator on all day, so we were working for a few weeks between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m, and then between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m, and then finally last week those people who just work in the office were asked to work from home. There has been a decision this week with the leaders of Lebanon that will hopefully put a partial solution to this temporarily, but it is only temporary. So in Lebanon right now, the country and we really need your prayers. I would ask that you would pray that there would be a good solution to this problem, that God would give the leaders wisdom, and that they would act justly and in mercy. That is a prayer I would really ask you to pray for the leaders. Then for the people of Lebanon. So there are people in Lebanon who are struggling. There's still incredible expensiveness going on in the country as well. Prices are very high. So please would you pray for people that God would provide for them both fuel to power their houses, and the air conditioners and the fans and the fridges to keep the food good, that they would have that they would be able to have cooking gas to cook with, that they'd be able to buy bread. There's a shortage of bread right now too. Please would you just pray that God would provide for the poorest in Lebanon who really are in need right now. And then please would you also pray for all of the Christians here, that God really would give us strength and help us to rejoice even in the midst of these situations. Hearing a Lebanese person say that was a real challenge to me when she preached on Sunday, and I would pray that we would all have that ability to rejoice and the strength to keep going and to help those who really are in need in these moments. And then I would also ask you just to pray for me for wisdom and discernment, both that I would be able to help people in the best way that I can, but also that I would have wisdom and discernment over decisions here on a daily basis. But thank you for your support, for your prayers. I really appreciate you all, and I'm just so grateful that I have you as a community that I can ask for prayers from.